advancing from the shootout round, will take him on. Mark Mosayebi, first frame in the championship match.
And important to get off to a good start. This is the lane that was a little easier for the right-handed bowlers, for Rudy Kazamakis in the last game, but it's a solid 10 for Mark Mosayebi.
Shot by Mark, but that 10 pin says.
We'll watch the 6-pin. It's going to go right around the 10. We've seen it so many times. Such a frustrating shot. Important to get off to a decent start, make the spare mark. Mosayebi has no problem with that.
Mark Mosayebi converting to spare in the first frame. First time ever bowling outdoors. Live in Bryant Park in New York City. And Eric Forkel certainly liked it in the shootout round. And he likes it so far in the championship match. Marshall starting out very hot with a strike in the first.
Now, Forkel had no problem on the right-hand lane. It was the left-hand lane that gave him a little trouble, but when he did make his bad shot, carried a Brooklyn strike, so everything working for him.
Hey, Marsh, you ever bowled with sunglasses before?
Never bowled with sunglasses, but I'll tell you, if I was out there right now, Gary, I'd be wearing shades, and I'd like to be out there. This looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, leaving the big four, Eric Forkel.
That's the lane that gave him problem. Last time he made a bad shot on lane 1, a Brooklyn strike. This time, right through the nose, the 4, 6, 7, 10, and he knows the trouble right now. And really all you can do here, Gary, is just go for the count. Just take 2 pins. He's working on a strike, so if he were only to get 1, he would lose a couple extra pins.
Give it a try.
And that's exactly what he's done.
Well, at least I got the 7.
Forkel happy that he at least got the 7.
He's still in the game.
That's early in the match. Forkel reassuring himself that he's still in the game. Very important here from Mosayebi, the right-hand lane. Now, he throws the ball a lot slower. Maybe he can get to climb the hill that Rudy couldn't climb. Ooh. He does it. Our first look at Mark Mosayebi, shoulder-high backswing, nice and fluid. And look at that great knee bend. I want to tell you, that is so good, so crucial to the game.
Mark Mosayebi had a 300 game this week, and that did, in fact, help him to the top seed on Friday night. Had an excellent Friday night.
Started out with 300. And another solid 10 for Mark Mosayebi. You know, I said it just moments ago that I gave Eric Forkel, you know, the big advantage in this match. Mosayebi's the one making the quality shots right now.
Mosayebi converts. Well, for in-depth sports coverage with late-breaking news, updated scores and stats, go to cbs.sportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline. Mark Mosayebi through 3. A couple of spares and a strike. Eric Forkel finds himself down early by 16 with an open in the second, looking to redeem himself in the third.
And Gary, Forkel very fortunate to only be down by 16 pins. Mosayebi had a solid 10 first frame, solid 10 third frame with that strike in between. Could easily have at least a couple strikes in a row right now. Forkel with the opportunity to cut it to a 6-pin lead with a strike here in the 4th frame. So far for Forkel, really all good breaks for Forkel. You know, I mean, he did leave the big 4 in the 2nd frame, but he kind of got what he deserved, made a bad shot. But every time he's hit the pocket, for the most part, his carry percentage very, very good.
Down 6 to Mosayebi right now. This is Mosayebi's 3rd career PBA television appearance. His first is the top seed.
And that slower speed really helping out Mosayebi on the right-hand lane. He's having absolutely no problem Take a look just how far he gets this ball out to the right. Starts it around the 14 board. It's on 3 right there, but it's coming back and takes care of everything.
Mark Mosayebi started bowling about 10. He used to go to a bowling center in Charlotte, North Carolina. His mom lived next to one, but he didn't go for bowling at first. He went to play the video games at the bowling center. Got into bowling after that.
And the 10-pin responds for Mark Mosayebi in that particular frame. And a shot he deserved. Take a look at the eyes of Mark Mosayebi. He's going to stare down this 10-pin. About time.
Eric Forkel now in the 5th frame.
Yeah.
A very tough player from a mental standpoint, Eric Forkel. Doesn't let anything bother him. And I think the fact that he doesn't have a problem with distractions probably lends well for bowling in this very unique environment. Taking a little extra time for Forkel. And then he looks down, doesn't have an 8-pin in the rack.
I'll shoot the 9 pins, it'd be easier.
He's definitely missing that 8-pin. And
no 8 pins.
Not only is Eric bowling well, but he's also having fun out there. He'd rather shoot at the 9 pins if they'd let him. I don't think that's in the PBA rules, is it, Marsh?
I'm not sure he could ever get away with that. He's the one that saw it. He's got 10 pins now. He likes the way the rack looks, and he's ready to bowl.
Yeah! Eric Forkel, patience is a virtue. Comes up with the strike. Welcome back to the first ever outdoor PBA event championship match. Eric Forkel, 4-pin lead over the top seed Mark Mosayebi.
Mosayebi with the opportunity to recapture that lead with a strike here in the 6th frame. Hasn't missed on this lane. And he still hasn't, and he's taking advantage of the power stroke that he has. Slow speed, good roll. The pins are just responding, as we'll see right here. Ball coming from a good angle, taking care of all of them. Light hits are friendly.
You know, Marshall, a little bit of concern about how the scores would be outdoors, but Eric Forkel won the shootout round with a 267, and our 2 competitors in the championship match are turning out a pretty good score as well.
And I am surprised. This is the lane that he's left the 10 pins on. Not now. And he stares down Eric Forkel after that shot. Mark Mosayebi on the left-hand lane makes another great shot. This is a man who should be nervous, but doesn't seem to be. Makes the great delivery. All the pins respond. And all right, Eric, back up to you.
And Forkel answers.
Oh, I have a frickin'.
Take a look at the 7-pin. It'll just barely be nudged out by the 4. And please.
Marshall, I don't ever recall seeing Eric Forkel this loose.
Well, he's animated. I think the moment, the city, the people, the fresh air, maybe that's it.
That could be. Whatever it is, it's working. And another strike tonight on CBS's All New, beginning with Early Edition, followed by the ultimate battle of good versus evil when Tybo master Billy Blanks guest stars on Martial Law, and Chuck Norris stars on Walker, Texas Ranger. America's Night of Heroes is all new tonight on CBS. 8th frame of the championship match. 4 pins separate our 2 bowlers.
Really, the first break for Mark Mosayebi, that ball looked a little bit high in the pocket, but it held, it set up just at the last minute. They're going toe-to-toe, strike for strike.
And Marshall, neither bowler seems to be affected or adversely affected by any of the outdoor elements, whether it's the shadows on the lanes that all the guys have had to deal with today. Nothing seems to bother them. They're both bowling well.
I don't know, maybe I'm the only one nervous here. These guys are doing great. Mosayebi +6, looking to take it to 16. Yeah! Great action. Mark Mosayebi just answering back Eric Forkel with each shot that he throws. And this was a great one as it comes back into the pocket, knocks out that 10-pin. Yeah! I think you like that one.
What was the tip-off?
Eric Forkel. Solid. 7. Like Mazza before him. Crucial shot. Unfortunate. Great shot from Eric Forkel. We'll take a look at the 4-pin as it wraps around the bottom of the 7-pin. Forkel likes it right here.
Well, each winner from the Spring-Summer Tour automatically qualifies for the match play portion of the AC Delco All-Star Classic. That event includes the Spring-Summer segment of CBS Sports, and the winner here will qualify for the match play portion. You see the other 3 that already have, including last year's defending champion Steve Hoskins. Mark Mosayebi putting a little distance now between himself and Eric Forkel.
And that was a key shot for Eric in the 9th frame. Did not strike. Needs to strike out here to shoot a possible 243. It still may not be enough. Well, we've really witnessed some great bowling today from all of our competitors.
Mosayebi checking the score.
And if I've done my math correctly, Gary, Eric Forkel needs to strike here to really put the pressure on Mosayebi and make him at least get a mark with good count. For any chance.
Forkel keeping that pressure on.
He's going to make Mosayebi show up in the 10th frame, and stranger things have happened. But for Eric Forkel, really, he's shown a lot of determination, a lot of guts, coming back for making that bad shot in the 2nd frame to really make nothing but great shots, you know, the last 8 frames of this match.
Going to add even more pressure.
Yeah!
And it's 243 for Eric Forkel. We see Eric Forkel on his final shot here. Comes in a little bit high, but he trips down the 6-pin.
Yeah!
He's satisfied with himself.
In a couple of games, 267 and 243 for Eric Forkel. What does Mosayebi need to do to win?
Any kind of a mark. That's got to stop. And there is a gift for Eric Forkel. It's not over yet, Gary, but Mosayebi must make this split. Mosayebi just cut this ball short, did not get the proper loft down the lane. It's right through the nose. It's the 6, the 7, and the 10. And the reaction, he knows he's in trouble, and you know, you just don't get that many opportunities. Mosayebi's put himself in a very, very difficult position. If he were to make this and then strike, he'd shoot 247. So if he can make this, a very, very good chance that he can throw the 7 pins necessary to win the match. But first time out of the pocket on the right-hand lane for Mosayebi, it may have just cost him the title.
Oh, man.
And that is it. You can put a fork in Mark Mosayebi. Eric Forkel is the winner of the New York City PBA Experience. We'll be back to Bryant Park in just a moment. Eric Forkel